Welcome to the Spokezmun. Your voice is a weapon. I never bite my tongue.
For the past 10 years, I've been fighting for my life from this opiate crisis, man. I'm fighting for my life, man. And like, I'm talking about a jail floor, freezing cold, kicking heroin and Xanax and all these nasty substances. I'm on the floor in a cold jail, freezing to death. You know what I mean? Being reborn. Resurrection, that's through
repair and rebuild.
Yeah, and it's not an overnight thing, dude. And listen, I've been clean without God, and I've been clean with God, and I'm telling you, this is the only way, man. This is the only way, because just to know that I've been pulled out of multiple overdoses alone should tell me that there is obviously a God. Because if there wasn't, I would just be in that black thing that I remember, which is an overdose. That's what it is. It's a black void that you know is a black void, and you know that you're there. So you're conscious. I was conscious in a void. What is that? That's scarier than hell to me, bro. Because I see hell with my own eyes around me here every day. But then what I saw in there is scarier because it's just nothing. They just shut the light out. And yeah, it's like it's still there. And then all of a sudden, I remember every overdose I come out of, I said thank you to the person that brought me out of it. And people are so used to somebody, you having a Narcan somebody, and they're gonna get up and try to knock your head off because you just you make them sick immediately. It makes the drug, it pulls the drug off your brain, so you snap too. I mean, it could save a life. Everybody should carry that. Narcan, get it. You get it free. You get it for free. You go to any outlook place, and you can get the Narcan to save somebody's life, man. I said thank you every time I come out because I don't want to be in a void, dude. I don't know about you guys. Do you want to be in a void? I would like being in the light.
How about this? Now, dear, they don't
introducing kids to drugs. That's what it should say. I remember they brought in a plaque of drugs, man, and showed us what drugs were.
That came in right before
I won the dare essay, bro. I won the dare essay, bro.
I won that.
But I think maybe at the heart they're trying to do good because they know on the streets that the drugs are gonna force their way into a kid's life anyway. So let's give them a little knowledge on what these are and where they put us. And the police show you dare. I mean, it is.
But that was more effective than nothing.
Yeah, I guess. It was. But at the same time, I'm thinking in my little head, wait, they have me on drugs. What are they talking about?
Yeah.
So I didn't
That's a contradiction.
It was a contradiction in the whole thing is, you know what I mean? I understand that drugs can help too. Okay? They can definitely help.
Yeah, we're not telling anyone to stay off their meds.
Absolutely not. No, definitely not. You know what I mean? You know what's wrong with yourself. I think you do. I know, I don't see stuff, hear stuff, nothing like that. You know what I mean? I think of stuff. Oh my God, do I think of stuff, bro. I could tell you for a day long what I think heaven could be. You know what I mean? But we don't know. And I mean, what better way to find out than to live like him as much as you can in this society, because this society is a sick society, and as a whole, this society is sick. If you look on TV, you see Kardashians, you see all this satanic stuff on TV, right? And that's what you aspire to be, right? These rappers, you speak you use God's voice in rap, which is rare, first of all. You know what I mean? It is rare. And then the other side of that. But that's what these kids are trying to aspire to be, right? They want to be, they're tattooing their faces.
Everything's
these beautiful children, dude. I have tattoos, I'm not going to judge them, but they put the tattoos on their face. I mean, they put the literal 666 on their forehead and then pray to Lucifer that they'll be rich, and they are, and so it works for some of them. It does. And then you seen Little Pete? You seen Little Pete? Do you know about him? The kid that he had the upside down cross, but I mean, absolutely covered in satanic imagery on his face, and he died. You know what I mean? He died of fentanyl. You know, the fentanyl wave that's killing everyone, and like, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place, but you gotta understand, I'm coming off the street to this. You know what I mean? I was seeing this stuff with my own eyes. I was in countless houses just like this, not this house, but just like this, with people shooting drugs, man. People smoking crack. You know, I mean, really dark stuff, man. And never mind. Then people have their kids involved in this stuff. I mean, it's a nightmare out there, man. It's a nightmare, and it's everywhere. And like what it says about the devil in the Bible. He's a roaring lion. He's waiting to eat you. You know, so you're gonna let him, or are you gonna stand up?
And that's why I felt like this ministry has to be made, because it is so important for us to stand up, use our voice as a weapon.
Yeah,
and fight
it's the
back.
war out here.
Because he says either our voice will be life or death. It can be the fire from a pit of hell, or it can save lives.
Yeah.
So there's no in between. There's no gray area when it comes to that.
Yo.
So even though some of this might spread controversy and it might cause others to stumble, the root of it is God's purpose.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Saving souls.
But I had to come through the darkness to Jesus and God and the light and how to live. And
that's the only authentic and transparent way to find God.
It's through. I know, dude. I mean, like I love Jesus' teachings. I've read a lot of the Old Testament stuff too, which is really, it can be dark at times, right? It's profound, it's beautiful, you know what I mean? But Jesus came and he changed the violence, bro. And he changed the sacrifice. And he changed everything. So these people don't have to do what they do anymore. But everyone wants to turn a blind eye, bro. Not everyone. That's not true. There is a Christian army out here, you know? But they don't like putting us on the TV.
And that's why, like you said about turning a blind eye, and that's exactly what we're trying to change here, is because the people that are, first of all, we need to go like this and wave our hand in front of their face until they finally understand.
Sometimes they don't want to hear it though. It depends on like the level of sickness you have. Because I remember hanging out with you, messed up. You know what I mean? Like, where's his God? He's got him. Oh man, dude. You know, I'm sick. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just so selfish, bro. You know what I mean? Like, who cares if you're sick? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, obviously you want to get better, but I mean, the whole addiction process is all about self-servitude. And I don't want to live that way anymore. I want to serve back to the youth. I want to do something.
Be selfless.
I want to do anything. Whether it's give a guy $1 on the street, give him a cigarette on the street, whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever I got, give out. Like, that's how I try to live now. And not only that, but like, I'm not just a pushover either, bro. Just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean that you're not going to walk on me.
Yeah, God doesn't want us to be doing that.
No, dude. Yeah, that's what I said. There's some certain things that are going to get me. I'm not going to. My fight or flight is too ingrained in me already. Yeah. Which I think is better for the purpose. Because you think of a Christian, you think of the mill houses.
Because people go like this, they don't want to get involved, so they sit back.
That's what I'm saying, bro. But like, I'm saying, we're out here in the middle of spiritual warfare, right?
Yeah.
It can be a nightmare out here. It's obviously, it can be beautiful out here too. It's whatever you make it, bro. It's like the awareness level is in the tubes. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm talking about, there's a church down the street from where I live that is all black, bro. Okay? It's all black painted church, not color, not race, but we're all the same color. You know, we are all the same color, dude. And we all have the same color, blood, and everything. So, dude, I can't hear that racist stuff. I can't. I've been in jail, and I swear, I've been in jail and had the Spanish people take care of me. Right off, because they're holy people, man. They are. But the white people, they never help me out. Not really. It's always been a Spanish or black or whatever. So race is dead to me. You know what I mean? That's dead to me. You know, that's one of the devil's deceptions to get us to hate each other. And it works. It works.
And the devil's been using that.
Yeah, man.
Because everything that God made was good. But the devil
He
came
perverts
to
everything.
steal, kill, destroy,
Yep. And invert
pervert,
everything.
and corrupt.
And invert everything.
And then he has you programmed to the point where you think these things are wrong, but they weren't even made bad. They just got turned in by our sinful heart.
Yeah.
That's how they became evil.
It's true. It's true. Dude, like, but you gotta think, man, we growing up in the age of, we watching The Godfather, or Goodfellas, or listening to Jay-Z, and all this stuff that we have in our face, like, I mean, constantly in our face. We carry around a little black mirror that gives us stuff all day, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know how to explain it, bro, but like you said, he does come to pervert, and that's how you know that he's real. You know what I mean? It's really kind of what woke me up to how real God is how real Satan is right now. People are literally saying "Hail Satan" on TV as a joke on kid shows, dude. Kid shows. Okay? I've seen some shows on there. I've seen some shows these kids watch. You know what I mean? I gave my mother a video Bible set for AJ. Like, it's like cartoons, but Bible studies in the cartoons, bro, because if you've taken a look at Disneyland or whatever, Disney, whatever, I can't even say just Disney because it's everything. Everything is magic, and life isn't magic, dude, and you know what I mean, like, God's magic, alright, and anything else is petty, and it's fallen angel technology, and you know what I mean, like, there will come a day where if we have to throw our phones into the trash, I will. As long as I have a Bible in my back pocket, even if it's just a small one, whatever. You know what I mean? That's what's gonna really be important. Like, I just think that, like, technology is at the phase, bro, where it's like we're talking about these people are talking about integrating with machine more and more every day that goes by. I mean, it's true. I see it on the news. Like, I don't watch the news a lot, but when I do, like, I'll see it. And they always mention these, like, certain agendas that are going on right now. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like, it can be discouraging, man. Like I said, I have a satanic church 2 towns away from me. A satanic church.
Well, we're here to be the church, so I just.
What do you think about that? Satanic, them being able to pass out satanic pamphlets to your children in school. What do you think of that? I want to know, because I mean, I'd rather them be able to look at Jesus, and but
the worst part of it is, I'm just not surprised. I'm not surprised anymore. I expect it.
I know, but
I expect it because that's what this world is.
What can we do?
What can we do? This is what we're trying to do. We're trying to freaking make the youth aware that ain't cool.
And
we need to stand up.
I grew up in Boston.
We need to serve the people around us.
We grew up
God's
outside.
purpose.
Listen, we grew up outside of Boston, Massachusetts, right? Salem is right there. The town of witchcraft, bro. You know what I mean? They were killing Christians back then, not witches. That's why the satanic church is still there. So it's like, you know what I mean? Let's be serious. Like, look at it from a critical thinking point. You know what I mean? It's not only real, but it's after you. And it's after your kids. And what are you gonna do about it? The only thing you can do about it is look to the only religious text that points out evil and exposes it, which is Christianity. It's the only one, I think. I mean, Buddhism is all about peace, but they had mountains to be in and meditate. We don't have mountains. Last time I looked around, right? I look outside and see a crackhead run by. I'm sorry, but that's what I see. And I also see a blue sky and beautiful, God's here. But so isn't the crackhead that just ran by with your stereo. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mean, I know I'm all over the place. But, like, in the end, it's like I said, I'm coming off the streets. Like, it's been almost a year. In October, it'll be a year since I put the needle down and I picked the Bible up. And listen, music took a back seat in my life for the first time ever. Because music has been my religion since I was a little boy in Catholicism. Coming up, not paying attention to CCD because I had my Eminem and all my crazy music that I got into. And there's beautiful music that is godly music, you know, and then there's not. And that not is huge. And I got into a lot of it. And that's like, I feel like it corrupted from the inside out, just like they build from the inside out. They corrupt from the inside out too. And like, it wasn't hard for me to get a CD with 1,000 swear words on it. You know what I mean? And like, so you gotta think of how normalizing like just cursing is, right? I grew up with a roughneck father, man, and my dad he didn't shy away from swears ever. So why would I? You know what I mean? But now it's like I'm taking steps to not even do that. You know what I mean? Like I'm really trying to like give it all up to God right now, all of it. Whether it's my shirt off. This shirt, just if somebody needed a shirt, like I'll give it to them. I got another one, whatever. Like it's as little, it's down to something as petty as that. Like a couple, 50 cents in my pocket, or jumping in front of a bullet to save a kid. That's the range of works you can do for God. You know what I mean? And that's the spectrum I'm working with. Like, if you see a burning building and a kid in the window, what are you gonna do? Because I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And like that's what I'm talking about. That's what Jesus was talking about, dude. That's what he was talking about, and that's the way I'm gonna live, dude. And I remember even being in the sick world of drugs and still looking out for people, man. I've always had that in me to look out for somebody. You know what I mean? And then like I trust me, I screwed a lot of people over too. That's what goes with that territory, you know what I mean? But even in the midst of all that madness, and I saw, you know, somebody strung out, like sick or something, I would help them the best I could at that point in my life. This time was to, like, I wish I could have picked him up and brought him to a program, but I was in the same shoes as him. Just had a little more on me at the time. But I would still, you know, always try to give. Like, and I never really understood that, because I would take too. But it's like, I don't know, I'm off topic. Listen, like I said, bro, working for God is either giving somebody enough money to get a sandwich in their stomach, or you could jump in front of a car or whatever and save somebody. And then everything in between, which is preaching this word, which is don't look.
Walking it out, just living your life.
Yeah, man, dude. Money comes, money goes, clothes come, clothes go, you know? Everything comes and goes, but God stays, dude. Like, he stays. And that's a fact, dude. And not only does he stay, but like, he'll let you, I already had a long leash, dude. I'm telling you, I had a long leash off of God's real leash, you know? Because he gives you the free will. He gives you the free will. And you can sow your own seeds. And when I'm talking about owing people money, I'm talking about, you know, like having to like leave my mother's house so they won't come to my mother's house because I owe them money and I don't want them showing up. I'm talking about, I'm not, like, there's some certain stuff that I've seen and I've had to do in the evil world, you know what I mean? Thank God, I always, never really.
Live it now, though.
Yeah, I am, dude, and it's an everyday thing to wake up and pray. Every day, dude. Since October 6th last year, I've woken up every day and prayed.
Let's just end this series right here in prayer. Father, we just pray for the spokesman, pray for Stephen. We thank him for being on the show. We just thank you for what you're about to do in our lives in this ministry, Lord. We pray for peace and strength and courage for anybody that's listening. Father, give us a bold fire in our spirit to go out into the world, serve the world, and be the church. We just thank you above all things in your precious name, Jesus. Amen.
My name's Steven Tesoro.
I'm Vincent Tesoro. We are the spokesman, where your voice is a weapon.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, we all gotta stick together because we have one Savior, and through Him is the only way that any of us are gonna get out of this. You know? So praise God, praise Jesus, and like I said, man, look into some things, man, for yourself. The world can be dark, and God's the only light. You know, it's the only way. Thank you.
Your voice is a weapon. I never bite my tongue.